Hey guys, what's going on and thing, I haven't done a story time in a long time, you know what I mean? Since I'm on vacation, I just thought about this story that my dad told me that happened to him the very first day of the revolution in Grenada in 1979, March the 13th. Now, this is his account of the vibe, you know what I mean? So I'm reiterating what he told me happened to him. So he said it was like about 6 o'clock in the morning and thing, and he was coming from work. At that time, he wasn't a policeman anymore. He was working at a banana factory. That's what we call it. But it's a place where they cut the bananas from the field and they bring it into this place, and they sort the bunches out and thing, and they load them on this thing, and it goes down, and then they ship it off. Back then, banana was like being shipped like crazy all over the world. There was a banana boat that used to come in every Tuesday, I think it was, and they would load the bananas on the boat, and they would go to Europe mainly. Because I believe the boat was from England, because I remember it being a green and white boat all the time, because my uncle worked on the dock. But anyway, I'm going from the point. So my dad said, man, it was just time to become light and thing out, so he's walking home. And if you know the countryside in the Caribbean, of course you don't, you're walking home at night, especially out there in the country where he lived. You're going on the street, there's no sidewalks, and on either side is bushes. I mean, it's like walking in the jungle or something out there, you know what I mean? And he said he's coming in, and my dad is always whistling, you know what I mean? And he wasn't afraid of anything, because my man was like a bully, so he think he could beat up anything, and I'm quite sure he had his pistol on him. But anyway, he's walking home and thing, and he noticed a Jeep go by, and he noticed there was some young people in it, and he noticed there was strange looking guns. So he's like, okay, what's going on here? You know what I mean? He said, what's going on? He's looking around, and then another Jeep go by, and they were shouting stuff like power to the people and things like that. And he said, oh. He said, them young people acting crazy in this place today, you know what I mean? And things. So he's like, okay, I better get home quick so I could find out what's going on, turn the radio on or something. And as he's walking, he noticed these Jeeps going back and forth and thing, and then he heard gunshots in the distance, he said. And he said, oh my God, what's going on, you know what I mean? So he took to the bushes, man, to get home. And he took a shortcut through some banana trees and stuff, and, through some thick bushes and stuff, to go home. He got to his house, he went in there, and his common-law wife that he was living with filled him in, and he's like, what the blood clot is going on? So now he's scared because, I don't know if he was scared. I'm assuming he was scared. Of course, he didn't tell me he was scared. Oh yeah, he was scared. He had to be, so because all of a sudden all these young people were out there with guns and stuff. So anyway, he's all hiding and stuff in the house, because his reputation before all of this was that he was in the secret police. And I think I mentioned it in one of the videos. He used to terrorize young people, you know what I mean? Oh, you're all smoking your tampi. That's what he called marijuana back in the day. That's what they call marijuana. You're all smoking your tampi and acting all crazy. Bam, bam, bam. And he booted them. The nightstick, they called it Butu. So now all of a sudden, all these kids are running around with guns, you know what I mean? So he's like trying to stay low and thing in the house, like a day or two go by. And all the worry, he had a heart attack, he said. And he's laying there and he's, ooh, you know what I mean? He's not feeling well. Then on the door, he heard footsteps coming up to his door. And then he heard boom, 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 boom. And he said, what the bumble clot's going on out there? You know what I mean? And no sooner did his wife open the door, in rushed some angry looking young men. They didn't even have on uniform, any kind of a military uniform or anything. They had on like shorts and khaki pants and but they were armed, you know what I mean? And he's like, and she said, he had a heart attack, please don't leave, please leave him alone. Oh, they didn't listen. They got one of them stretchers You know what I mean? It's just one with like canvas and wood, and they just dump him on there. Cut his tail off, he said. You know what I mean? Because I remember not seeing my dad for a while after that. You know, not a long time, maybe a couple of months. You know, I never really knew what happened to him until I saw him the next time, and he told me the story. He said they took him to jail even though he was sick. Then they took him from there to the hospital, and luckily for him, he was low tier secret police, so they didn't really want him. You know, there was just to be honest, I'm surprised that man lived through the revolution, because you know, even when I walk the street, so oh, that's 94 Charles' son, that's 94 Charles' son, your father beat me up, your father beat me up, your father pointed a gun at me one time. You know, I'd hear those stories all the time, and quite frankly, I'm surprised he didn't get taken away or beaten down or something during the revolution. He survived through that, you know what I mean? So that there was a quick story about my dad and what happened to him the day of the revolution. Those are some crazy times. I don't think I saw my dad very much during the revolution. I don't think I saw him the whole time, the 4 years through the revolution. I'd stopped going to see him a long time before that. I didn't really want to go up there to see him. Take that bus up that grinding roads down and stuff. And quite frankly, his common law wife kind of scared me, because I thought she was into that voodoo thing, you know. I mean, I never ate there. And when I brushed my hair, I made sure I took my hair, any kind of hair falling anywhere, boy, I took it with me, you know, to be that woman. I mean, she used to cook chicken, and the chicken was green. How come your chicken green, woman? But you know, it was kind of a strained relationship with my dad, to say the least. But he told me that story. I don't know if he was trying to turn me against the whole idea of the revolution. I wasn't really part of it. I just did stuff because, you know, it was kind of adventurous to do it. You know what I mean? Like go patrol the beaches and do all that stuff, you know what I mean? But I was never into anything. But my dad lived long after the revolution ended. And there goes the story of my dad on the first day of the first week or so of the revolution. That's what happened to him. Thank you all for listening to my little story here and thing. I hope you all are doing great. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe and like the video if you like the story. You want to see more of this kind of story vibes from me? I know some of you said yes, so I'm going to keep doing that. Remember to comment down below, tell me what you think and all of that. All right, in the meantime, man, I'm going to go ahead and keep enjoying my vacation. I'm probably going to give you another story here, and this one is going to be a scary one about me at a voodoo meeting, or as we call it on the island, an Obeah meeting. Y'all take care of each other, all right? Cool runnings.